When I think of Raul, I think of integrity.
He's very driven.
He's really an intelligent person.
He'd probably like to be considered a macho man.
He's down to earth, he's fun-loving, he loves to have a good time.
A visionary, a leader, and a role model.
Dedication would be an appropriate word.
Hardworking always comes to mind first.
In my heart, I consider him a fighter for the Hispanic community.
Raul is basically a good people person.
I think my dad's more goofy than anything else.
Unwavering persistence is the quality that comes to mind when I think of my father, Raul Humberto Izaguirre.
I know that he was very proud of his grandfather. He's very proud of the heritage, that they're one of the original families that have come from the northern part of Mexico. And he would comment that his grandfather Gavino was one of the guiding forces in his life.
My grandfather Gavino was a good person. He was a humanitarian, and he cared about people, and a lot of people respected him. He had the ice house, and of course, being in that business, you had to provide ice and the service to everyone in the community.
The house we have in back of us was a place where my dad picked up his ice to deliver to some of the local places around here. And it also happens to be the place where an accident happened somewhere around 1956.
At noon, that's when the explosion happened. It was so loud that everybody in town heard that explosion.
They brought grandfather out. He was unconscious, and my dad just kind of held him there till he died. I think how he lived and the courage that he displayed during his life is what Dad has taken with him.
We have not forgotten our roots. We have not forgotten about the community, and I see that in Raul Izaguirre.
I think his relationship with his grandfather was probably one of the things that persuaded him to do the kinds of things he does now.
Ever since Raul was young and in high school, he has been dedicated to la causa.
Doors have been opened wide for people of my generation, and those were doors that were closed to people just a generation ahead of us, and certainly 2 or 3 generations before us. And it's people like Raul who opened those doors wide open for us.
To do what he's done for this amount of time, you have to have some serious conviction.
And I see that in him because he is no longer here in San Juan, but he is on a national level.
And I had a chance to talk with Mr. Olmos, and I remember telling him, how proud I was of his accomplishment in the entertainment field. And I remember him saying, what I do is nothing compared to what your brother does for La Raza. I remember, that somebody like him telling me that about my brother made me feel, just so proud.
It takes a very special person to make these things happen. And this strong sense of commitment is something that we are truly proud of.
For those of us that know Raul, he has always conveyed to us his love, his appreciation, and his dedication to his family.
He's a family man too, even though he's not here a lot.
That has to have taken some toll on his family.
He had to sacrifice a lot of time that he could have spent with his family.
I think that his family has been very supportive of him.
We don't get to see our dad on a regular basis, so when he does come home, we treasure that time together as a family.
Sharing dinner or a movie or whatever, just so we're with him.
Any trouble, any problem they have, he will try to get it through for them. He will move heaven and earth.
When I was younger, I was kind of resentful because, I felt like they're getting it, why didn't I? And what I forgot is that he was doing it for me too.
My dad said to me once, you know a tree by the fruit it bears. To know Gavino Morin, all you need to do is look at the fruit he bore, which is my daddy. If you want to know about what a man he was, you look at my father, and then you'll see a man of honor.
You think about, well, what if I die tomorrow? What should I have done? What should I have said to people? And I realized that I've never told my father that I was proud of him.